Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 177 of the Level Up program and day number 18 of the Brown Belt. If you're playing along with Crapsee, make sure you put in the code Z5G2M3. And if you're new to the program, this is all about learning how to shoot the dice and practice a trend-based betting system. And I have a little bit of thanks to give out to Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps for helping me set up this pre-scheduling on my live shows. I started this morning and I had about 5 people waiting to go live, so that is awesome. Usually it takes a while for people to filter in. So in the chat we've got Ron from California Craps Club, we got Randall, we got SJ, we got Jeff, and we got Frida. So good morning to everyone. If you're playing along with Crapsee, I've not heard about any updates, so I'm going to encourage everybody to play along on the web version. So if you have a computer, go onto the computer and go onto Crapsee that way. I am not using my Android right now because I don't think that they've updated the Android version yet. Today we're going to be shooting from stick left 1. We're going to be using our Yuri dribble. So we're going to be using the Yuri grip, which is grabbing the dice on the corners of the dice rather than the faces. This is my normal grip. And we're just going to roll them down or dribble them down or pitter-patter them down the table, if you will. Good morning, Corey. Again, remember, guys, and yesterday a question came across about how I document all my throws. We are not using Bone Tracker for this level because the Brown Belt is all about variety. So we're just throwing a bunch of different things. And this Yuri dribble is one of the newer things that I am doing. Again, I don't know if I would use this on a real table at the current moment until I get more practice with it. So let's engage the KPI roll tracker. And let's get started. And good morning, Godfrey. So we're going to start off with Crapsee. We're going to go with a $25 pass line bet, $5 craps check, 555 on the ATS, and hopefully we get some longer rolls today because yesterday I lost a lot of money on my betting because they were not very successful, and a lot of that had to do with the par style gripping that I have. But anyhow, let's get started. We're going to start with a 3-2, 3-6 dice set, and we're going to go dice out. So let's go all bets set first on Crapsee, then we'll go dice out. So again, we're going to be using that Yuri dribble down the table. And here we go. And we're going to start off with a 1-5-6. That would be the mixer. And that is going to be both dice off axis, by the way. So 1-5 mixer. So I have to remember that is both dice off axis. Remember that if a 1 or a 6 shows up on the left die and a 5 or a 2 shows up on the right die, then that means that it is off axis. So that was a double implode of the dice. So we'll have to keep that in mind there. Double implode. And again, we're going to go with 220 inside bet level. So that's going to be $50 on the 5 and 9. We're going to go $60 on the 8. We're going to go $35 in pass line odds. Good morning, Coach Joe. So my goal here is going to be to take one inside hit and we'll reduce to 154 inside, and we'll take another reduction down to 66 inside, and we should be paying for free then. So if we're at 66 inside, that'll pay for our pass line bet as well as all of our ATS bets and any craps checks we might have used. So let's go all bets set. Again, 3-2, 3-6. And dice out. We had 1 import and 1 export on the last throw. Here we go. And the dice crossed at the end. We got the 2, 6, 8. That would be the Duracell 8. Go out and support free live craps. So what we're going to do now is that's going to be a primary hit. So if you look on the side there, we have an implode explode, and on the top we have a primary. So we're going to stick with that V set going forward. We'll enter that into Crapsee 268, and that was our first hit. So we're going to bring our bets down to 154 inside level. Good morning, Uncle Hoku. And so we're going to bring our bets down. We're going to go 154 inside. So that's going to be 35 on the 5 and 9. We're going to go 42 on the 8. And we're going to go $15 in pass line odds. So $65 brought back to the rack. Again, we're going to stick with the 3-2, 3-6. The last one was a primary hit. And all bets set. Dice out. Dice again crossed right at the end. And we got a 415 horse and buggy. So we hit the point. And that again is going to be one, that's going to be a single pitch of the dice. So we go from a primary to a secondary. So we're going to stick with that V set again. And Crapsee is 415. Point. Oh, that was not our point. I'm sorry. So good morning, Bird Dog. So that is not our point. So that's going to allow us to bring our bets down. We're going to go to that 66 inside bet level, and we're going to pick up the 4 and 10 right away. So we got 15 on the 4 and 10. We got 15 on the 5 and 9, 18 on the 8. The pass line is covered at 6. So we have 114 brought back to the rack, 118 on the table. So we're into this shooter for only $4. So from here on out, it's only going to be hopefully upwards. Good morning, Navaldo. So again, we're going to stick with that 3-2, 3-6. And that was one die off axis, that last one. It was not one die off axis. What we had? We had a 4-1. That was a single pitch. Single pitch of the die. Okay. So here we go. Dice out. And we got a 6-4-10. That would be Waylon's best friend weighing it in, Daddy Joe. So that we went from a single pitch to a one die off axis. So we went from a secondary there to one die off axis. We're going to switch over to the hardway set. That's a 6-4. And that's going to allow us to bring that 10 up to $25. So 141 brought back to the rack. We got 128 on the table. And let's do this one. So let's pick up each of the hard ways for $5 a piece. So I'm going to add this into the betting scheme, if you will. So we have 141 brought back, 148 on the table. Again, we're going to go to the hardway set now. That was one die off axis that time. So hardway set 5454. And all bet set. And we got a 415. That is a hot number today. 145. That would be the horse and buggy. So we went from one dice off axis to one dice off axis, and that's going to be sticking with that hardway set. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go to $25 on that 5 and 9 with that hit. We'll just go to $25 on the 5 right now. So that way we actually have 162 brought back, 158 on the table. We're actually into profit, and we have our bets all the way across. Plus we have all the hard ways picked up right now. Good morning, Michael. So Michael's saying that he likes the way that I diagnose the throws. His only concern is that I'm changing too quickly. What we're practicing right now, guys, is the matrix that George from CY has put out a while back, and this is, I believe, something that he uses. This is only be one of the methods that we're going to use during the brown belt level to analyze the dice throws. And what he does is he analyzes off the last 2 throws. But keep in mind that we're assuming that the throws that we're using are decent mechanics, that we're not doing a major screw up, if you will, when we throw the dice. So that's kind of where we're at with that. By the way, that was 1 dice off axis. So that was 2 times in a row we had 1 dice off axis. So we stick with that hard way set again. So hopefully that helps explain a little bit. I don't, at the current moment, I'm not comfortable doing it this way by memory or by whatever. So I wouldn't do this at the actual table until I get that chart memorized and I feel comfortable with the sets and all that. So far it's been working out, except for yesterday we had some pretty short rolls. But other than that, it's been working out pretty decent. And I'll go over in a little bit what our SOR and our SRR is so far for the brown belt level here. So we'll go dice out. And again, we got that our 415. So that is the horse and buggy again. So then I think that's the 3rd time we've thrown that, and we've only thrown for 6 rolls. So half of our throws, I believe, is at 415. So that might be something that you might want to consider hopping. So we have 415. And that we're going to press up now to $35. And I'm going to be picking up now the horns. So I'm going to pick up the horns. So I'm going to go put $5 out. We'll do a horn high mid-mo yo. We'll go horn high mid-mo yo. So now what we do is, and I kind of switch this around a little bit, the betting that Good Morning Replay again, we're going to stick with that 5454. But with our bets, what we're doing is once we get to that $25 level, the second time we get past that $25 level on the 5, 6, 8, 9, we'll be picking up the horn bets. If we get a bet above $25 on the 4 or 10, we pick up the hard ways. So, okay, we'll go all bet set, stick with the hard way set, and dice out. And we got a 6, 3, 9. That would be a 3, 6, 9, center field 9. And again, that's going to be 1 die off axis. So 1 die off axis, 1 die off axis is that hard way set. And although this is only like the 5th time I think that I've thrown this on camera, and probably about the 5th time ever I've ever thrown this style of throw, it's starting to get comfortable. Now this is a style of throw that you can use on the table, but you need to make sure that you can get around those landmines at the end of the table, because you're going to have to go and it's going to have to dribble right through. So this is a very selective type throw that you could use on the table. So again, we got a 9 on that one. We're going to go to $25 on that 9. We're going to pick the horns back up. Mid-mo, we get the horn mid-mo high. I don't know why Crapsee didn't take that that horn bet off for me, but I put it back up again. So we'll go all bet set and dice out. Sticking with the hard way set. And here we go. Dice crossed right at the end, and we got the double degen, the 3-3 heart 6. So that would be an on-access throw and a primary throw. So we went from one dice off axis to a primary on top, so we're going to switch over to nothing. We're going to stick with that hardway set. So one die off axis to a primary. And that was our point, by the way.